I think my mum did help, I'm not gonna lie a bit, but like I reorganized my whole room and made this whole section and everything, and I used to like play. I loved it. And then what else? This is like blast from the past. Oh no, she had to say goodnight to your toy. Oh, this is so cute. Oh, I had this fear too. When you used to play a DVD, there was like a whole copyright thing that like a video would play, and it was like, if you wouldn't do this, then don't basically like copy. It was something like copyright. It's something about copyright basically, and it would play before a lot of movies like on DVD. Yes, and I used to, yes, and I used to like never sleep at night, like I've said for the thousandth time, sorry, it's really boring. I would never sleep, and I would, in the middle of the night, my TV would finish, like the film I was watching would finish, because my mum would like take me to bed and she'd be like, okay, and put the movie on for me, and that scary thing would come on. I used to be terrified of it, literally terrified, and I'd be like, oh, my mum's with me, I'm okay, and then it would play, and the TV, like this, the movie would play, the movie would finish, and it'd be like 1 o'clock in the morning or whatever, and I'd be like all alone, everyone else is asleep in the house, and I'd be like, well, I can't just sleep in the dark with no TV on, no sound or anything, so I would like play the movie again, but that whole thing would go again, so I would literally dart out my room, like run up and down the landing and be like, la 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 la, like freaking out, like, oh my god, just terrified of this thing, and then it would end, and go back and lay in bed. Like, I literally used to freak me out. I used to be so scared. It was like just terrifying. It was the music and like the seriousness of it. Yeah, I think yeah, that's exactly what it was. It was that, and it just used to freak me out because the music was really intense. Just used to scare me. I don't know why. And Harry Potter scared me a little bit. I remember specifically being like, oh, I don't want to watch it for some reason. I don't know how we got onto this conversation. Oh my goodness, someone's done that. We haven't had that yet tonight. But thank you so much for the prank. I appreciate it. I haven't seen these in a while. Oh my goodness, did you put glasses? They're so cute. Sorry. Sorry to ruin the prank, but hi, thank you for joining. Thank you for the gift, I really appreciate it. But honestly, please do not worry about any gifts. It's completely like, I'm literally doing nothing. The chat's a blessing enough. Thank you, please, honestly. Do not worry, but thank you so much. I don't know whether to go now because I'm literally so tired. I feel like I've just spoke like complete nonsense for the past like hour because I'm so tired. But I also don't want to go. I don't know why. I think it's because I can't figure out what that story was. It's really annoying me. I did say stories about my childhood last time though. I remember I said about the vampire thing last time, which was so embarrassing. Oh, thank you. Please, honestly, do not worry about any gifts. Honestly, there is no need. I'm literally doing absolutely nothing. I'm not like a musician on here or something. Like, I'm literally doing nothing. But thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Oh, good night. Thank you so much. The same goes for you. I hope you have a lovely evening. I don't know what my phone battery is as well, actually. My dogs are so chill. They're both just like calmly asleep. The vampire thing. This is so bad. I don't know whether I should be telling these stories because I hope that no one from my childhood, like, they don't have me on here, so I think it's fine. But I just would feel bad if they knew because it's, you know, but then at the same time, we're children and it's like, I'm not being mean, I don't think, because... Oh, maybe I am being mean. I don't know. It was just like funny, cute stories. We're like 6 and like just like silly little arguments or like just things. Like just, it's just funny how your brain works. there was this one guy who was like the year above in school, and I always used to like talk to the year above more. Like I always just like seemed to hang around with them more. And well, I didn't actually hang around with this dude. I hung around with his sister, I think. But basically, I was in the playground when I was really young, and we were talking about embarrassing stories one live, and this one still haunts me to this day. And I was actually like 5 or something crazy. I was so young. No, I don't think I was 5, maybe like 6 or 7. But like again, this was just an era of just being sassy. But basically, this guy was he was like a year above, and I found my friend in the playground, and I'll never forget it. I can't remember anything from childhood, but I remember this for some reason. And my friend was like really distraught and upset, and I was like, what is going on? So it gets all serious, because anything like that in the playground was just like, oh my goodness, drama. So I like came over and I was like, what's wrong? And he's like stood there, and he's like, year above, thank you for the gift. Please, honestly, do not worry about any gifts, but thank you so much. I'm very grateful. And he stood there, and he's like, I'm like, what's going on? And I was always a very, like, believe it or not mature, but I didn't have, like, I had imagination, but I also didn't. And, like, things that kids, I don't know, it was a really weird thing. I didn't really take things very seriously sometimes, like, when people said things, like, I didn't believe it, at least. I didn't believe this, right? But he was basically, like, just trying to scare her, and he was like, I'm a werewolf or something. He said something really goofy. He was like, oh, I'm a werewolf. And I was like, huh? And so I was so confused. And I remember being like, okay, like, whoa, all right, that's cool. I was like, I said something like, what did I say? I think I basically was just like, oh, okay, well, you know, if we're playing with that logic, like, I'm a vampire, woo, whatever. And he, like, walked away pretty flustered. And I was just like, okay, that was really weird. And I was just like with my friend. And then I came in from lunch, and I sat down in my class, and I had this teacher who I spoke about before, who I had like a couple awkward things with her that just miscommunication, where like stories and stuff, and it was just really embarrassing. And I basically was in class, and she called me up to the front by the pencil sharpener. I remember being sat next to this pencil sharpener, and she was like, can you come here for a minute? I was like, oh yeah. And I sat down, and she was like, so, and this is how she said it. I remember her saying this. She's like, so I've been hearing rumors that you're a vampire. And I just literally went bright red and was like, oh my God. It was the most embarrassing thing in the world, because she thought that I was going around being like, oh, I'm a vampire. Like, oh my God.